はい、始まりましたでしょうか。ケロロカメゲームズです。ということで、今日もストリートファイター6やっていくんですけれども、前回は、ボロ負けして、ランク下がってまた戻ってみたいな感じの、不毛な戦いを繰り広げましたけど、今ね、結構お腹いっぱいでお酒いっぱいだけ飲んで、こういう時にもう今満腹中枢高くて眠いんですけど、こういう状態で前回やった時にゴールド1からゴールド4までがっつり上がれたんで、もしかしたら今日もねこの眠くてちょっとぼーっとしてる状態で、やるとちょっとランク上がるんじゃないかということで、負けじとやっていきますということでエドモンド・ホンダでやっていきます。もう言い訳なしで、頑張っていきたいと思います。コータは短距離ね。久々に行ったとか絶対ダメやろ。陸上部ってもう完全に継続して力になるスポーツだよね。俺水泳部やったからさ、多分陸上と若干近いあれやけどさ、日々の行いがほんと結果に出るスポーツやと思う。水泳もできる。豪華やな、陸上と水泳できんのは。水泳部入ったら今世界水泳もちょうど合ってますからね。さあやっていきましょうかね。ちなみに波動拳苦手です。
Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to take tons of damage. Trips him up. Sticks the combo. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Okay. あれ意外と勝てたぞ。
Player 2 on the board with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
いえおらん。
A brave forward jump there to start.
あ、こいつ捨てたか？
Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening,
おい、
敵が
捨てましたよ。こんなことある？
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
逃げられた。なんだこれ？開幕から。てか俺の顔なんか白飛びしすぎやな。こんなとこあるか。うわ苦手。こいつ対策わからんしな。
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
配信者なんやあのキャラ。
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Both fighters are pretty much unscathed.
うわ、遅いじゃん。
How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What are they thinking here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Taking stock. Definitely shuts out the jumper. Goes for the drive rush there. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 2 in trouble with no drive.
Wow.
Who will capitalize on an opening first? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their
う
opponent's
わそ
knowledge
っから
and
使う
gameplay.
んですね。
Fires off a whirlwind. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Knockdown and full SA meters on deck for both
ゲー
sides.
ジ貯めたい。
Could be over soon. Lays down a rope, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Uses the fireball to try it, going on the offensive. Jumps up, charges forward. Risky up close scrap still going. Super Arts on deck. Just goes for it at this range. That's not gonna hit. The fighters return. All the throw connects. Both fighters planning something. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can rush it in. Pushes the envelope with an OD spinning mixer. Starts with whirlwind. Player 1, what a
勝てんか。
Player 1 brings
全
it
然勝てん
home.
なこれは。
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Anti-air drops him. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Got their eye on the air. Coming through. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or get
Okay.
Player 2 sets the
この感じ
tone
か。
with that win. Let's see if they can
こ
keep
の
it
感
up.
じね。
Checks with a medium kick. Checks him with a projectile. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive beat. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? 100-hand slap. Knockdown and the fighters return to the middle of the stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Lays down a whirlwind. Big throws. Both fighters planning something? Burnout activates. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavy. Knocked them out of the air. A quick breather. Arabian Cyclone. Get this and lead to some big damage. This is a complete meets them air to air. No,
Oi, oi,
no
oi,
way.
oi,
That
oi, oi.
ring wasn't luck. That was 100%
おいおいおい
plan.
おいおい調子乗った。調子乗った。
Backdash to start. They're not taking any chances. Jumps up. 100-hand slap. Bends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Uh-oh.
いい靴履いてんな。
Really tipped the scales.
童貞。
Player 2 with knocks them out of the air. Back into the corner. Drops that off. 100-hand. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with sets up with the jump in, connects with the throw. A single hit will do it. What are they gonna do? Starts with whirlwind. A jump in, throws them. What? Betting it all on the drive rush.
ためとためとこ
This can lead to some big
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
damage. Throws. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Keeps them out. The drive tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. They're taking a step back to slow down the. Oh my God! Rock Super. They don't have turns out. Down to the final hit. Who's gonna take it?
う。やばい。危ねえ。つな。
Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
逃げた。
Here comes a new challenger.
このなしかでも勝てる気すんな。
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
ウランハーベさん、よろしくお願いします。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Can they use the corner to mount a comeback? Does not want to get stuck in the corner. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They block the overhead and knockdown. Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. Alright, what's coming up next? Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. And if the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big hit get some. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. Charges forward. The jump in catches them. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 1 needs to use the credit for they pay for that. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Just uses the gauge for a super art. Responds with the ultimate killer head ramp. A quick breather. And an experiencing burnout. Play on for the critical art. Wait, what?
これやられたか？
Dead?
ギリギリ。ダメか。まあまあまあ残してますんでね、こっちは。全然。
Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation. Impact squashed. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Anything up the overhead denied. Checks with a medium kick. Loads up a cross. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? Sees the overhead coming. Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Jumps. Absolutely relentless. Jumps. What's next? Anti-air in the clutch. Don't pump the brakes on the impact. Dangerous range here. Threads the needles.
全然必殺技使わんやったけど。まあまあまあ。
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Shows the medium kick. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. All right. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 1 chases them down. Down to the wire. No more drive gauge.
Okay.
Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jump? Anthony! Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. They've got to be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. A deficit here. Can't, oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter chance. 100 hand slap, opts for the critical art. Gets the critical art. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back to center stage. You've gotta be mindful of reach. It's absolutely relentless. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? This elite becomes what a big counter. It's like they knew exactly what was gonna happen. We're going into the final round.
いつの間にそんななくなった。
Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
これ必殺技打たれたら負ける。
Start reads the jump in perfectly. Nothing stops this train. Looking to impress this super. Yuri's going to a dark place. Kai sends down Kairaku. This might be a pivotal. There's a burnout. Buffalo Blink rushes in. They're taking a step back to slow down. But absolutely relentless. Player 2 is looking at a grim Totsugeki to the face. Jump sets up with the jump in. Here comes the corner pressure. Knew the throw was coming. Oh, here, this is gonna hurt. This can lead to some big damage. It's over.
まさかの負けるか。
Was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that runback. Shot fired with Teppo. Whiffs with that huge attack. You do not want to whiff an impact. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Knockdown. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player Oicho. Knockdown and Player 2 has depleted pay. Oh. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
眠いですね。
Tries to set the tone with that charging attack. Decides to puff up while they can. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Out of range.
届く。
Relatively safe. Lots of life to play with. And full SA meters. Hits them with a stopping block. Good old slaps. It's a good spot to use the super. Get ready, because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the meter to get a ringside seat. Going in? A super art? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. 100-hand slap. A quick breather. In there. Here's the final round.
Okay.
The real fight starts now.
集中集中。
Final round. Fight.
Hits him with a stopping block. Good old slap. Excellent sets up with the jump in. Shot fired with Teppo. What now? Player 2 is in a very good spot. Flatlines him.
うざい戦法だが、
Player 2
こうしてでも勝たなきゃいけなかった。
gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Here comes a new challenger.
誰だ？労働層。おい。
Practice comes a new
ル
challenger.
ーク苦手。
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile.
うまっ。
Counter hit throw there. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Jump in finds the mark. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Takes the chance to hurt him.
このパディ野郎がよ。
That drive impact doesn't get through. Trying to read each other here? Does a good job of pushing back. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go
こ
on
い
the
つマジ
offensive.
決めてくるわ。
We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Alright,
Okay.
what's coming up next? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Feeling out the spacing. Gets them.
全然勝てんかった。
Player 1 picks up the always
Just
important
Paddy
first
うますぎんこい
round.
つ。
They'll want to keep the ball rolling. A brave forward jump there to start. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? 100 hand slap. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. There's a change of sides. Steals back a chance. Flushes that off and keeps going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. So, what's next? Jumps in. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going on the offensive? Checks with a medium cap. Not much movement, but the thinking caps are definitely on. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync. This is gonna
いか
hurt.
ん。
Going in? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Amazing! Noticeable life lead. Crowns him from above.
Okay.
It out.
危ない必殺技使う
Here's
とこやっ
the
た。
final round. The real fight starts now. Overhead, but it won't work. This can lead to some big damage. Sets up with the jump in. Jumps in. Ooh, you never know what can happen. Impact squat. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Looking to follow up after. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
いかれた。
Looking to put him 6 feet under with his
お、
falling.
残った。
Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc.
やべえ、
Down
使っ
on
ちまった。
life. They gotta make a move.
アホだ。
They are not getting close to each other. Absolutely relentless. Blast. Chisels them down. Gotta hand it to
ルー
both
ク
of
苦
our
手っていうの
fighters.
は変わらんよう
They
だ
put
な。
on a real clinic for him. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Mistimed the perfect parry, but is still safe. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on. Gonna pay for telegraphing that jump in. Nice stuff. They timed their parry to activate just as the jump in was coming and triggered the perfect parry. Player 1 chases them down. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, burnout on both sides? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 can't
Okay.
in there. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Nails the parry. Now it's their turn to press buttons. Goes for the super hard early to try and establish a big life lead from the get-go. Player 1 needs to use the hit them with a stop and bop. Experiencing burnout. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 drops them to half. Burnout activates. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. The drive's off the table. What else have they got? Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Blast him! Impact squash! Crush him from above! Slaps him! Amazing rising uppercut! The next touch may decide this round. Willing to risk it for the overdrive! They are not getting close to each other. Doing some quick planning? Can either of these fighters finish? Burns out! Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. They're using a fire. There's a burn.
2ゲージも減るんだあれ。
Without drive?
今更ですよ
They
ね。
gotta dig down deep here. What are they gonna do? No
Okay.
lapse in judgment goes unpunished. Gotta hand it to both
こ
of
いつ
our
ともう一回
fighters.
戦うの嫌やな。
Real clinic for them.
お、逃げるか。おい、来た。
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. The drive impact is denied. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Will gain control of the match in the early going. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Tries to get a breather with a projectile, trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? I want to see how they manage their SA gauge here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. There's a corner swing. Player 1, this is a huge chance to make him feel it. Takes a trip, grabs him, closes the gap for the grab. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Medium kick. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Blast him. A clutch drive move here can close out this round for either fighter. Player 2 was looking to impress with this. Ends the round with a sick combo. Amazing.
使う必要なかったな。
Player
まあまあまあ
2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Immediate jump in. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Medium kick hit. Hits them with a stop and bop. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter if they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Goes for the fireball, which is going on the offensive. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? They return to center stage. A quick breather. Jumps in. Oh, could be the start of something. Charges forward. Good old slaps. Both fighters planning something? Player 2, excellent block. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Connects with the throw. Amazing. Zones with the fireball. A real test of nerves here. Jumps and whips. They're wide open. So, what's next? Oh, now that is a punish. They push their way out of the corner. Reads the throw and escape. Absolutely relentless. Who's gonna take it? Any throw will whip at that range.
あっぶねえ。
Finishes it.
セーフティ
Player
ー。
2 is a force to be reckoned with.
でもルークに2勝できるようになったのはちょっとでかいな。最近できるよ。最近勝てるようになってきたけど。あとは剣やね。剣に勝てんからね、どうやったって。竜と剣、そこ辺に勝てればな。 しかし眠いですね。でもなんだかんだもう開始して30分やってんのか。ああ、
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Anticipate the overhead. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Neither of them willing to back off here. Takes a trip. Nice cross-up. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor.
OK。
Player
冷静。
2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. The Fuha's stock to the brim. Look for them to turn. Going on the offensive? Holds out with the block. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Perfect parry. How will they follow up? Both fighters planning something?
なんじゃ今の。
Their spacing is so on point right here. But who's gonna blink first? Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Good old slaps. Going in? Player 2 is dominating this match. Saihasho? Player 1 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive in there.
OK。こいつ戦ってくれるかな。逃げそうやな。
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
お、逃げたか。やっぱ圧勝すぎるとね、逃げちゃうんだよな。余裕を持った戦いしすぎると。来た、剣だ、剣。
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stands firm and blocks the drive-in. Opts for the throw.
なるほどね。
Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the
そこ掴めるか
corner.
ね。
And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They
Okay.
need to find a way to reset the situation. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Alright, what's coming up next?
うまっ。
Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Okay?
無理だ。
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Fireball from very long range. What's next? Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? 100 hand slap. What'll happen? Burnout activates. Player 2 ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Big throw. A quick breather. Anything off the smash? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Butt smash! Breaks the block with a throw. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious going on the offensive. Hits them with a stop and pop. Taking chunks out of each other here. Knocks out
Okay.
the tank and scores the win. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Sumo smash! 100 hand slap! Flank sets up with the jump in! Slaps him! Ooh, you never know what can happen here! Excellent block! Dangerous rushes in! Somehow manages to try to act quickly but with the attack! They were waiting for it! Player 2 is in a very good spot now! A real test of nerves here. Throw is denied. Launches at him. This is it. The jump in is denied.
Okay.
Put them on notice.
Potato.
Made some smart moves there. Great game. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Drops that off. 100-hand slap. Doesn't miss a beat. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Huge opportunity here with no way to back dash and anger. Takes the chance to hurt him. The low heavy hits. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now. It gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. 100-hand slap. Gets the combo. Side switch in the corner. Avoids getting cornered. Parry. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's a good spot to use the super. Get ready, because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the meter to get a ringside seat. A quick breather. Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with the super art in play, it's dropping hard. Clutch, anti-air. Side switch. What'll happen here? What a sick counter. It's like they knew exactly what was going to happen. Last round, people. Both fighters got to go all in from this point. It's a good spot to use the super. Wow, that's some big-time damage there. Throws him. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Launches at him. Oh, here's the throw. It's denied. 100 hands. What now? Connects with the throw. Gotta do better than that. Player 1 has a big drive. There's a burnout. They're taking a step back to slow down. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arm. Absolutely relentless. Both sides getting ready. The low. Huge counter.
Wow, もったいない。
Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
波動拳に怯えちゃうんだよな。
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Sets up with the jump in. Jumps. Big throws. Closes the gap. Player 2 chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Will this decision pay off for them? An aggressive attack. All right, what's coming up next? Can't tech the throw? Good work staying in throw range there. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now. Burnout activates. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Pops him with a shoryu. Everything up until now. Charges forward. Jumps up. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. They're still feeling each other out. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? That's a counter. Good old slaps. Both fighters planning something? G-right kick for a mix-up. Super art on deck for both fighters. House uses the gauge for a super art. Ultimate killer head wrap. That's how you close it out.
Okay.
What a beast! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Dragon Lash! It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Oh, they're in the corner now. Overhead. There's the counter we wanted. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 2 is barely hanging on to their last bit of jump. Burns out. Quick dash. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Still alive. Still alive. Are they dead?
うざいな。
Oh, Gotta hand it to both of
変
our
に勝てるようにならんと
They put on a real clinic.
上がっていけん。これは
versus arcade online special versus practice arcade. Here comes a new
うわ
challenger.
ー Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Getting a punish counter like that is how you want to start a round. Utilizes an overdrive art there to attack. Oh!
こいつなんだ
They get nailed with a punish counter. They gotta
Wow.
escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. This is a tough spot. They can't even get sneezed on here. KO.
こいつ怖
Player one
Wow.
takes the round like a thief in the night.
全部合わせられた
What
ね
else can they get away with?
Round two.
思考が一緒だな
Fight.
They piled up the down to the wire. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Punish is there with the drive impact, really laying on the pressure. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. What's the next move? This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. KO!
怖
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
これか
Goes for the surprise rush in. Strings it all together. What's going to follow the combo?
なんか合わせれるもんなこいつ
Player one creates a good corner opportunity.
確定の時
Huge
狙うと
opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Timely side push there, which will let him go on the attack. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws him. What's next? And it charges forward. Ah, burnout activates. Rolls in. Player two picks up the first round.
狂ったよこれで
That'll
相
give
手
them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Player two is going to have a hard time managing their drive now, scrapping it out up close. Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options.
持ってけた今の
Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match.
Super 3 activated, taking the chop out of them. It doesn't get wilder than this.
Digs in deep to get that drive in. Player one holding on. Oh, the throw connects. Side switch in the corner. Are we gonna see a comeback here? The jump in is rejected. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting. Is going on the offensive?
That's gonna leave them rattled.
And whiffs. They're wide open. Player one with a slight lead. Will they capitalize?
Crowns them from above, turning it right up with a super ultimate killer head wrap.
They're back into the corner now.
Player two is mounting. Nothing stops this train.
Put the exclamation point on that with an up round.
どっち
Waiting for this opening.
OK
Puts them on the dome. 100 hands.
Oh, here we. This is gonna hurt. Escapes the corner. Clutch anti-air. They can't get hit here. Ooh,
Wow.
taking over a ride. Player two can't use it. No way.
わーもったいな
Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
いないな今のはあ間違えた
Practice versus special online.
でも少しは数字上がったかな、ゴールド4の中でも。
Practice Arcade Online.
おお、マッチングせんな。
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round one.
おお、残芸。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap?
いくんだよな、結構。
Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punish counter. Takes the chance to hurt him. What's going to follow the combo? What are these fighters thinking now? Anticipates the overhead. The pace is slowed considerably. Who will make the first move? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. This is a real back and forth match this year. They heats it up with a combo into super. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. Nice double lariat. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. One chance here may end this match. Tags them and takes the W. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Target locked and scoop. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. They gotta press here to take advantage of this drive gap. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drop in there.
Okay. 残芸には負けないのよ。
When you capitalize on all of your chances.
逃げられね。そうなんよ。やっぱね、負けたら逃げるっていうのをみんな繰り返してるからゴールドまで上がれてるんだと思います。うん。なんか今までと、明確な違いはそこかなと思うんですけど、ここでまさかの芋大会。いいな、その色。どうやってスキン変えるんか分からんもんな。でも似合ってないな、黄色は。
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Jump in, finds the mark. Deals some sick damage there in exchange for some meter. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner.
なんか長くね?
Life lead opens up. Decides to meet them in the air.
なんか長くね? モダンだよね。
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
負けた。あ、クラシックか。
Immediate jumping. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 2 had a hard time managing their drive gauge last round, and I'm sure they're aware that they need to start adapting. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Good old slap. Gets the combo. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Big time whip. A quick breather. Huge chance after that wall spray.
OK うざいだろ
This is the final
どうだ
round.
よ
Expect to see some fireworks.
同じキャラにされるのが一番うざいだろうな
Spit knocked them out of the air. Jump. Oh, they're in the corner now.
Now
No
go.
running away. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage.
100 hands. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Hold up, it's the final bout. Pack it up. This match might be over.
Looking for a hole. Sees the overhead coming. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage.
Now
Turning it right up with the super.
Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales.
童貞
Look at the damage. Oh, they changed sides. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace.
Nothing stops this train. 100 hands.
Oh, combo. Let's go. Rushes in. Absolutely relentless.
OK
Player 2
クラッシュじゃダメよ
Good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
モダンじゃなきゃダメよ
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Oh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Drive impact misses. Jumps in. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. That drive impact is blocked. Taking stock. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings. There's the drive impact that's going KO.
OK
Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Both add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Can they keep on him? Player 2, Oicho.
おいちょめっちゃ食らうやん
Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Sumo headbutt. Their drive gauges are looking bare. Knockdown and... You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Jumps in. Good old slap.
あー長い
Looking to impress
やっちまったぜ
Get ready, because it's time for the final bout.
どんぐらいいく
Maxes out the meter to get a ringside seat.
濃厚
Both sides getting ready.
Rushes in. Who's gonna take it? Absolutely relentless. Holy.
Player 1 puts the fear of God in.
OK 悔しかろ
Player 2
Showed they're
Yes, Carol.
truly the best of the best.
悔しかろうがお前の頑張れよ頼りが遠くいろりに生かした
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. The fight's now underway. This is play-by-play. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish kick. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Good parry there and definitely shuts out the jump in. Opts for the throw. Good work staying in throw range there. Overhead. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Mono relies on boosting that metal level up to secure better damage. They're gonna need to work in some grabs somewhere. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Our fighters should be warmed up. Taking stock. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Strings it all together, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Gets right in there. KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Solid combo. Looking to impress with this killer head wrap. They quickly get backed into the corner of this, thrusts that off and keeps going. Player 1 going on the offensive. Transverse. The hit throw connects. We have super. That's gonna leave him rattled. Ooh, those buffed up throws are really hitting. The overhead denied. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Doing some quick planning? No throw. Pops off the tank and scores the win. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Misses the grab. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Nails it. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Get ready to be thrown to the side. Oh, here we go. Overhead, but it won't work. This can lead to some big damage. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. Dangerous range rushes in. Ooh, you sets up with the jump in. Absolutely relentless. What now? 100 hand.
Okay.
It's enough. Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Barely hits them with a stop and block. Good old slaps. Solid combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets back into the corner with pressure building. Great work finding the opening. Combo with the target combo. Waltzes in there. KO. Player 1 starts the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The super up converts the opening back into a punish counter. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take it. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive. This is a very precarious situation. It hits him with a stop and bump. Got him up against the wall, and the stun is there. No escaping that. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Takes the chance to hurt him. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Knockdown. The drive impact doesn't get them to punish, but it's still good. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Getting into the baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out to come from the break like that? What a comeback! Player one with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Strong Quan takes them off their feet. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return.
もう負けたくないぜ。
Because it's time for the final bout. Cashes out the meter to get a ringside seat.
Going in? Player two brushes that off and keeps going. These throws are lethal now. Look at the damage.
食らうんだよな、結構。
Player one is baits out the attack and gets the punish counter.
Oh, you tried to dig left, but my nose tagged right. Now my girl's got inside. It's
Ika.
gonna take you for a ride.
いいか、おわー、ちょっと残ったけど。
Real test of nerves here.
They gotta go.
うわ、届く。
Finish. It was more than
届く
enough.
それ。
Manon wins.
Player one brings it home.
勝てま
Let's
せんでし
see
た
if。they can build themselves a streak.
次のやつからじゃあちょっと、2回勝ったら続けるけど
Here comes a new challenger.
2回負けたらやめるっていうやつやります。
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters?
ちなみにループは苦手だけど
No one knows if this is going to be a must-see match.
おそらく克服したと思ってる。
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Pulls off the perfect parry. Now they'll have a
そっからい
chance
ける
to jump on the opponent. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? So, a drive rush can really close the distance, putting moves that would otherwise be out of reach in that sweet spot to launch a surprise attack. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit.
なんじゃ
Capitalizes on
Nanja.
every mistake and picks up the perfect KO.
勝ってるかこれ。
Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in. Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drive rush to keep it going. Jumps up, throws them forward and maintains the corner game. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. A deficit here. Can they turn the tide? Player two has the chance to win the round if they can put their drop. Rising uppercut. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. So little life left. Going on the offensive?
だから次負けたらもう終わりってことですね。
You're locked in. That was a decisive win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? A brave forward jump there to start. They got to escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. Throws him down. Was well in range to score the throw. Parries the attack and... Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Good parry there and... Missed time with perfect parry, but is still safe. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Life lead opens up. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Finishes it with the anti-air. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Butt smash. They both showed their rising uppercut. Can't tech the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Experiencing burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Doesn't miss a beat. Jump. There's a change of size. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on thick. That's not gonna hit. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. He cashes out the gate right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
もったいない方使ってしまった。まあまあまあ、はい、とりあえずつなぎ止めましたね。でもまあ次負けても終わりですんで。あ、違う、まだや。この勝負まだあったわ。
Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Hugs nothing but air. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Goes airborne. This can lead to some big damage. Amazing. Player sets up with the jump in. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. A solid anti-air. They push their way out of the corner.
Shots fired with Teppo.
Drive connects with the throw. Oh, drive rush. Dangerous range here.
なんじゃそれ。なんじゃその動き。おい。はい。もう今日は終わりです。まああと一戦はするけどね。あ、違うか。もうできんか。2時間やったしね。はい、今日はここまででした。まあ調子でもめっちゃ悪いわけでもなかったなぁとは思うね。やっぱりあれやお酒一杯が強いかもしれんね。ということで今日の、配信もアーカイブ YouTube に上げるんで YouTube のチャンネル登録と TikTok のフォローよろしくお願いします。ということでおつけろです。